Do you know how good you would feel if you wasn't focused on trying to feel good? Like really, like that take a deep level of insight to understand what I just said. Do you know how good you would feel if you wasn't focusing on feeling good? And that's amazing because you going through life focused only on feeling good to the point where it's making you feel miserable. Wow. You going through life only focusing on feeling good so much to the point where it's making you feel miserable. Because you don't understand what feeling good is. So you're putting in all this extra effort and overexerting yourself to feel good and wondering why feeling good feels so bad. Wondering why feeling good makes you feel so exhausted. Why it takes so much work to feel good. Why sometimes feeling good ain't even worth feeling good. And you doing that so much to the point where you just don't even feel good. Like, at all. Like, not even in the state of being, but just, like, don't feel good, like, feel sick. Feeling good takes no effort. It's the same thing as being beautiful. It's effortless. Like, you don't take nothing. You don't have to do anything. It's supremely pure. Like, you never see, really look at nature, right? I'm using nature because a lot of nature is uncivilized. Really look at nature. Nothing is actually like trying to look good. Not even one of the most beautiful species in nature, like, right? The peacock, so to speak, is one of the beautiful species. As far as human wise, that's how humans would see it, right? And you'll never see a peacock like trying to actually like look good. You just see them trying to be good. You never see a flower trying to look good. You just see it trying to bloom good. So all these creatures and insects, flowers, all these things, they understand that looking good has nothing to do with actually looking good or even feeling good. It's about just being. So the reason that you don't feel good is because you're trying to avoid not feeling good, which is making you not feel good. Because there's no such thing as haters. There's no such thing as hate. There's no such thing as negativity. So all the things that you're avoiding, thinking is hate, is negative, and all this stuff. No such thing as that. And if there was, you should be okay with it. See, people don't really hate things because they actually hate the thing. It takes real genius to actually hate something. To hate something, it takes too much effort. It takes double the amount of effort it takes to try to feel good. So to hate something, it takes a different level of genius. And then when you use that genius to actually hate it, you actually find so many things about it that you actually will really like. So hatred is just another way and another term of being dismissive. It's another way to dismiss something, having a dismissal for something, because it takes too much effort to understand it. Because if you don't like something or you feel a way about something, and then you really want to understand why you feel like that, it would take you really searching inside yourself to find all the things about you that you don't like, that you wish you could do, that you wish you could be. And you're just mad because all the things that you're playing with, you're seeing it displayed in front of you, not being played with. So you're not actually mad at that person or the thing or the circumstance. It's really yourself. You have a deep dislike within yourself that you don't actually want to admit to. So you calling it self-love, and you saying you like yourself, and you saying you love yourself, but that's not true. You're not doing nothing to yourself or about yourself or for yourself that even expresses not even just a small mustard seed of anything that resembles love or desire or passion or care. Let's not even focus on those things. Let's just focus on like, 'cause that's the foundation to all these things. You don't even have just a sprinkle of a like for yourself. You like yourself as much as people like you. That's the extent that your self-like go to. See, people focus so much on self-love, they don't even have self-like. Self-like is way more powerful than self-love, because you can love something and not like it, but you can't like something and love it. When you like something, you do a lot of beautiful things for life. You can love something and do a lot of things that you don't like just because you love it, or because you're convinced that you love it. So you don't even have self-like. So to have self-like, you got to be able to have self-understanding. Just being able to sit down and try to understand yourself, that's a form of self-like. That's you liking yourself because you actually want to understand. You're interested in the subject of who you are. So when you're mad at something or someone else, you're not really mad at that, because you don't understand something outside yourself that deeply enough to really be mad at it. Like I said, it takes supreme geniusness to really understand something outside yourself and connect it to something within yourself. So it's really just you. You're really just mad at yourself, and you should be okay with people talking about you. See, the reason people have an issue, the reason you have an issue with people talking about you is because you're trying to protect the lie you're telling to yourself, and you don't want nobody to ruin the image of your lie. But when you're your true self, like I am, so beautifully and magically delicious, you don't care. Like, I can't imagine somebody actually talking about me. I wouldn't even care. Like, what could you possibly say about me? What could you possibly say about me to the point where it's going to hit you like that? I'm under deep admiration. It's like there's nothing you could possibly say, because there's no way or no form or shape that anyone or anything is greater or better than me. So I can't even imagine what you could actually say that would actually serve a purpose. Like, even if you said, you know what, he stink. But then it's be like, Dad, he stink because this dude just worked out 10 hours. And every time I see him, he working out. So I stink of success. I can't even think of nothing else. But that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to go. So you're mad because you're trying to uphold the image and you don't want nobody to diminish it. You're trying to uphold this lie. So others say things, or the world is going a certain way which you feel like it shouldn't be going, or somebody shouldn't be saying anything. It offends you. You dismiss it. You call it, oh, it's a hater. That's so dumb, to dismiss something that's actually benefits you. When you feel like you got a quote-unquote hater, or you feel like you're going through a quote-unquote struggle, or you got quote-unquote negativity, those are beautiful things. You embrace those things, because being peaceful and having happiness and having quote-unquote positivity is a result of hate, is a result of negativity, is a result of hurt, is a result of pain, is a result of struggle. So you're denying your own happiness and your own fruitfulness because you're so misunderstood, not by everyone else, but by your own understanding. Your own understanding don't even understand you. So you're misunderstood from your own misunderstanding, so much to the point where you just dismiss things just because it's the thing to do. See, you don't really believe in haters. How could you actually have haters? You've never done anything in life that's so profound, so superficial, so superficially beautiful and amazing that somebody actually has to hate on you. You think somebody's hating on you because you went to school or got a degree, or because you may be getting a certain amount of money, a little bit of money, and maybe you got a new car, maybe you just got a new home, and you think somebody else is mad at you. Like, that's what you consider a hater. Like, really look at your standards of hate. So you're on the same level as someone else, and because they might say something or feel a certain way about what you did or what you got, you're saying a hater, and you're on the same level as them. The fact that somebody even can hate on you shows that you're on the same level as them. Like, with me, my levels are so profound, you couldn't hate or dislike anything about me. I've heard things people say about my attitude, but they can't say nothing past that. You can't, because it don't even exist. It's like, what could we possibly say? Yeah, we might think he's a narcissistic, he's a jerk, he think he knows everything, he think he, I don't know what else they could come up with, but things like that, right? And it's like, but everything you just named about me is a medicine. Like everything. Calling me a narcissist, calling me a jerk, saying I know everything, saying whatever you could possibly say, how I display myself, right? Those are medicines because I built myself into that. Like I went through supreme consequences, divine discipline, extreme conditions, and that's what it made me into. So I earned that. I earned narcissism. I earned being a jerk. I earned being a know-it-all. I earned all this because I actually went through it. And you and the world throw labels on people that don't even earn it. To call somebody a narcissist or to say somebody's a hater, it's like they must be doing something so fabulously impactful that it's just, it can almost conquer the world. You overvalue a lot of things. You overvalue situations. You overvalue circumstances and give it power they don't even deserve. To say somebody is a hater because they hating on you because you just put a down payment on a house that you don't even own, that's ridiculous. Now let's reverse the standard. Say somebody is a hater because you're doing something that's so impactful, so widely spread, so great, so magnificent. It's on the highest and greatest magnitude. It's a pure divinity. It's organic structure. It's so amazing that you're literally leading the whole entire world and making the world follow your footsteps. That's something powerful. But to call somebody a hater over something so small that you're doing is ridiculous. So that person really isn't a hater. It's really you that's the hater. You hate the fact that others hate the lie that you're trying to convince them they should believe. So you call them haters if they don't believe the lie that you're trying to convince yourself of and that you're trying to convince them of. So you call them a hater. And it's so dumb because if somebody has anything to say about you, it's grand information. I love when people have something to say about me. In fact, I bring it on. I ask questions. I want to know. Tell me about myself. Put me in my place. Check me. And I want to know, what do you have to say? Because the level of what you can tell me about myself would tell me the level of depth that you're going into yourself. And most of the time, nobody have nowhere to go. It just goes like this. Bing. And I'm like, that's it? That's all you have to say about me? That's it. It's not even a puddle foot deep at all. It stops. It's a limit. It's a limit. So stop dismissing what's for your own good. If somebody got something to say for you, say for you. That's the best way actually to say it. If somebody got something to say for you because they're not saying it or gossiping about you or talking about you, it's saying it for you because it's something that you can learn. I've done my greatest business deals and constantly do, and done my greatest work because of somebody saying something. And then it's making me sharpen and become greater and better. Yo, I don't see this. Maybe you should do this. Yo, have you ever tried? Right? Giving suggestions. Suggestions I don't care about. I don't care about your suggestion. But the critique, the breakdowns, I love it. Bring it on. I love that. To me, that's a suggestion. Telling me that you didn't like something is a suggestion to me. A suggestion is not a suggestion to me. But when you critique and criticize and ridicule all that, I love it. To me, that's suggestion. You're like, oh, that's something great I could do. Thank you. I appreciate you. Really, I appreciate you. So the moral of this story and the moral of this video is there's no such thing as a hater until you actually get on a level, a magnificent level, where you actually give someone something to truly hate you for. But to do something that's mediocre, that's everybody doing, you think they don't like you, that's ridiculous. When people make stuff up, you make stuff up. You make people not like you. You create the story. Yeah, people hating on me because there's nobody's thinking about you or talking about you. You have nothing going on that's even worth the effort. Start getting focused on yourself. Because when you focus too much on what's going on around you instead of focusing on what's going on in you, eventually what's going on in you will start to take over what's around you. And then that will lead to your downfall. Because then there'll be nothing left inside of you to help what's around you. Be great. Stop being a prisoner to your own self. There's more people literally in prison than people actually like inmates in prison. There's more people in prison inside themselves than actual like penitentiary. Don't be that way. Be something. Just be something. I'm not saying be something else. I ain't even saying be something different. Just be something other than you. Because who you think you are is not you. You're a product of everything you've been through, but that's not who you are. Think about yourself. Who were you before you even felt pain? Who were you before you felt neglect? Who were you before you felt shame? Who were you before you felt ugly? That might be who you truly are. But this low, insecure version, that's not who you are. Do something that's worth being proud of. I'm done.